I'd been lifting weights for 20 years without much to show for it. Then just 2 years after I started training with a group of strongman competitors, I won the title Alberta's Strongest Man. I joined the group when I was 37, and I honestly wasn't sure that I'd fit in. These were mostly blue-collar guys who were pretty rough around the edges. I was pretty conservative, an engineer from a white-collar background, but they were exactly who I needed in my life. No one in the group was an expert, but we all had something to offer. It was the first time I was in a community doing something I loved, with others who loved it just as much. A place where I could get real-time feedback on my technique and approach. It was a game changer. Over my 7-year career, I won 9 competitions, placed second once and third 4 times. What made the difference for me was my focus on technique. Compared to a lot of sports, strongman is technique light. But I love the little details. That's me, that's Mike. So I poured myself into them. And even though I would rarely win individual events, my technique was good enough that I'd generally get second or third. If you do that enough, you can still win the overall competition. Proving I worked harder and did better than anyone else really motivates me. Without having anything like that to point to, I have a hard time feeling proud of myself. I don't always feel like I'm enough. Before competitions, I would sit around with all the other competitors who were bigger than I was, stronger than I was, and I'd wonder what I was even doing there. Going into any event, I wasn't sure how far I would be able to go. I knew it was going to be brutal on the mind, on the body, and I'd have to face a ton of pain. But having these guys around who I had trained with, who knew what it was to compete, I'd find another gear I didn't even know I had. They made me feel like I mattered, and I believed them. This is what I want for everyone, to be a part of a community that sees the best in them, even when they can't. We all have something valuable inside.